Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming. I'm Kyle Thompson from Squadron. I'm going to be your host for today's video. I wanted to make a video because we just got the drop for the new conversion kit for the Resistance. A lot of cool stuff in there, so let's jump right in. Okay, so what we have here was posted today, October 3rd, 2018, and it's called Continuing the Fight. It's a preview article for the upcoming Resistance conversion kit. This conversion kit's going to be released at the same time as the RZ2 A-Wing expansion and the T70 A-Wing expansion, shown on the side here. These are going to come out fourth quarter of 2018, so we're not too far away. The Resistance conversion kit is going to cost $29.95 USD, but it will give you enough to convert 11 ships, so 3 Resistance bombers, 3 YT-1300s, and 4 T-70 X-Wings. It also comes with over 100 upgrade cards that we actually will take a look at inside of the article itself. So the first upgrade card that I see here is C-3PO. C-3PO is a crew for the Resistance, which adds Calculate and Coordinate to your action bar. C-3PO reads, while you coordinate, you can choose friendly ships beyond range 2 if they have the Calculate on their action bar. After you perform the Calculate or Coordinate action, gain 1 Calculate token. So that last part of the upgrade is strong in its own. So once you perform one of those actions, you're gaining another Calculate. What that does is makes whatever ship this is on very beefy. If they take a Calculate action, they have it on offense and defense. Obviously, you can only switch one of your focus with the Calculate token, but it does give you that leeway to split between the two. The first part of this upgrade card is very strong. While you coordinate, you can choose friendly ships beyond range 2. That is amazing. So if you want, you can put this on a support ship that flies around the edge of the board, something like that, and just coordinates actions into your main threat. So where I can see this is maybe a Resistance Bomber and Ray list, where the Resistance Bomber is there to take as many hits as possible, but also give Ray more actions. Han Solo's crew for the Resistance, and Han adds a red evade action to your action bar. Han reads, after you perform an evade action, gain additional evade tokens equal to the number of enemy ships at range 0 to 1. So where I can see this working really well is if Han crew is on the ship and the ship takes debris gambit, which will make this white when he's at range 0 to 1 of a debris. You can see down here in this image, Han is taking a stress to do his red evade action, but he's also gaining 2 evade tokens because there are 2 enemy ships within 0 to 1. The next crew card we see is Chewbacca. I'm not 100% sold on this one. It comes with 2 charges, and at setup you lose 1 charge. So you can only regain that charge after you are dealt a damage card. So after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is dealt 1 damage card, recover 1 charge. The main ability of Chewie here is while you perform an attack, you may spend 2 charge to change 1 focus to a crit. Someone smarter than me might be able to figure out where this is going to work out, but right now I just don't see it being that strong. The next card we get is Finn, and Finn is a gunner slot. So he reads, while you defend or perform a primary attack, if the enemy is in your primary firing arc, you may add 1 blank result to your roll. This die can be rolled and otherwise modified. Finn works really well with the next upgrade card we're going to talk about, which is Rose. So Rose is a Resistance crew, and she reads, while you defend or perform an attack, you may spend 1 of your results to acquire a lock on an enemy ship. They have another little diagram here that shows Finn ships rolling 3 dice and adding a blank. They then spend that blank to gain a target lock. What they can then do is spend that target lock to re-roll the 3 dice that they just rolled. So if the ship that's holding Finn is a low initiative and rolls up and gets shot at, Finn can add that blank, and Rose can spend that blank to gain a target lock. Then when the ship that's holding Finn and Rose attacks, it has a fully modified 3 dice attack. It seems like a lot, and it's almost just like a target lock, but I mean, it is another way to get a free action. I can see this working and being quite strong. I do think it's going to work a little bit better on lower initiative ships, but I mean, it will work on higher as well. That brings us to Rey, who is a pretty high initiative. So she has initiative 5. Her stat line is a 3 attack in that bow tie arc, 1 evade, 8 haul, 3 shield, and 2 force. She has focus, target lock, red boost, and red turret. Red turret turn, whatever you want to call it there. Now, I think Rey's going to be pretty expensive considering she comes with that 2 force, and from all the other pilots that we've seen with the force ability, they've had to pay that force tax, which raises their price into Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker range. So where I can see Rey is maybe just under 90, just under 100, maybe mid 90s. But with all those upgrades, she's going to come out to around 115 to 130. That's going to be a really beefy Rey, and I can see it pairing well with Poe. We don't know Poe's ability yet, but we know that Poe is Poe, and he's going to be good. So from this article and looking at these upgrades and how strong they are, I think that the Resistance is going to come back into a 2-ship meta, maybe 2 to 3 ships. We haven't really seen too much success with 2 ships in 2nd edition, but it was very successful in 1st, and I believe that the Resistance pilots are actually going to be able to make that work again. I'm pretty excited for Rey. Her ability reads, while you defend or perform an attack, if the enemy ship is in your primary arc, you may spend 1 force to change one of your blank results to an evade or a hit. That's very strong. It's not the same as her old ability, it's actually better, so we'll see how she comes out. The next upgrade that we see is Rey's Millennium Falcon. It's a title for the Falcon, and if you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you can execute red sloops maneuvers and perform boost or arc turn even while stressed. So that's pretty good. No longer do we have the days where Kanan can take that, Kanan crew can take that stress right after you did that red 3 sloop. But what we have here is you can boost and try to get Rey's arc in a better angle to take advantage of her ability. Another good thing about Rey and her ability is that the enemy ship just has to be in her primary arc. That means Rey can shoot from the side and still, if there's an enemy in her front arc, can still use her ability. The next upgrade we see is an astromech called R2HA. R2HA is a droid from the Poe Dameron comic series, and it reads, while you defend, you may spend your lock on the attacker to reroll any number of your defense dice. Rerolling defense dice is always strong. I really like the L3 ability in the Scum upgrades, and this kind of reminds me of it, but you can do it more than once. Our last upgrade that we're going to take a look at is Paige Tico, and she is a gunner. Paige is bonkers. Paige is awesome. She's really good, and I'm really looking forward to flying with her. So what she reads is, after you perform a primary attack, you may drop 1 bomb or rotate your arc. After you are destroyed, you may drop 1 bomb. So the key word here is bomb. You cannot do this with mines, so don't get crazy thinking that you can drop your Connor net or something like that. But bombs are also good. So these bombs that you drop are not going to blow up until the next round. But what this does is allows the ship carrying Paige to kind of block off pathways and lanes. So if you can force your opponent into a suboptimal spot where you can take advantage of range 1 shots. I think this is very strong, the bomb dropping aspect, but what is really good is that rotate your arc. So after you perform an attack, you can rotate your arc and prepare for next round. The Falcon not having its 1 turns anymore might hinder it a bit, but with this ability, it opens up your arc that much more. So that's it for the spoiler article. I'm very excited for the Resistance. I didn't fly it a lot in 1st edition, but I am happy to jump right into this. Rey looks really good, and some of those upgrades are too good to pass up. So I will definitely have to get this conversion kit. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Check out our Etsy store, our Facebook pages, and Salt Squadron on Facebook. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I love reading them. I'll get back to you. And we just opened up a new Discord channel, so if you have Discord, check out our Sling Paint Facebook, and you'll be able to find it there. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.